There's actually a theory in economics called utilitarianism, in which the idea is that you are trying to decide. The basic gist of the idea of economic utilitarianism is that when you make purchases, if you buy things in greater quantities, that or as you consume things, that the pleasure you get from them decreases. That if you were to, for example, eat one potato chip, you would enjoy that potato chip a lot. But then as you eat two or three, the pleasure of each potato chip begins to be not quite as great. But at some point, as you eat more and more potato chips, you actually begin to feel bloated, and actually, when you eat the chips, they actually become a negative pleasure. You're actually eating them, and you don't enjoy them at all. And so there's a little bit of that as part of the concept of utilitarianism. But it also gives you a way to compare economic decision making. That what you can do is you can take two decisions and you can say, how much do you enjoy, for example, eating a McDonald's value meal? You go out, right? You get a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. Okay, how much do you enjoy that on a scale of 1 to 10? Yeah, we'll say a 5. Okay, it's not the best food you're gonna eat. It's not the worst food you're gonna eat. It's right there on average. Okay, and so you can take that and you can say, okay, 5. How long does it take me to eat it? You can do sort of a calculus and you can find out that you're paying about you're getting about maybe 1 unit of happiness from this purchase per dollar spent. But if you go out and you spend $5 on something else, you might enjoy that at a 10, and that will it lasts the same amount of time. It gives you the same amount of pleasure, and you can then compare them and say, oh, well, that one's a better purchase. If you're going to spend $5, it's better to spend it on $5 of whatever versus $5 of McDonald's. And so you can make comparisons. And this actually is somewhat of consequence because, like, I worked in a gas station at one time, and I've actually had people who've worked in gas stations before who will tell me that they've had similar experiences. And it's always kind of an interesting thing when you actually see it. But one of the experiences I had, as well as I've had other people report to me as having had, was that you go into the gas station, and it's not unusual to have somebody come in and they want to they come in, they purchase like $10 worth of gas or $7 worth of gas or $7.23 worth of gas, and they come in and they're like, okay, $7.23, and they come in and they put down like $4 worth of quarters and $2 worth of dimes and $1 worth of nickels, and then they start counting out the last $1.23 in pennies. And they sit there for like 3 minutes doing this, 5 minutes, and you do it, you count it all up, and you go, okay, yep, $7.23. You put it in the register, you go, okay, thank you, you have a nice day. And the person says, wait, I need a pack of Marlboros. And you're like, how are you going to buy Marlboros when you just counted out that kind of money? And what they do is they'll then pull out an envelope or something, and they'll pull out, like, sometimes the times I've had done it was an envelope, but this was back when people went to the bank, they got like a little bank envelope, and I don't know if people do that as much anymore, but they would pull an envelope full of money, like they'd just gone to the bank, and they'd have a bunch of $20 bills in there, and they just hand me the 20. And I'd be like, what in the world? What's going on? Like, you got fresh dollars for cigarettes, but you don't have it for the gas you're going to put in your car to get to work. Well, it makes perfect sense. They set aside money for the cigarettes because they enjoy those significantly. They put aside money for the alcohol because they enjoy that significantly. But the gas, nobody really enjoys buying gas. I mean, how many of you have ever enjoyed purchasing fuel in your life? You went, oh, that was a great purchase. No. Nobody does that. And so the case is that that is essentially coming down to the fact that you can compare these economics, that why you enjoy certain purchases and will spend more money on cigarettes perhaps than gas, or will be more happy about your purchase of cigarettes versus gas because of the fact that you enjoy those purchases more.